Hi, this is your economic change agent, Dr. Trevor Anthony Woolery for the Wealth Builder Network. Welcome back. The messages in this and the next video contain tremendous content, and we'll get into some numbers. Get your pen and notepad, minimize all distractions like the cell phone, email, music, etc., and really zone in on the messages. Keep your focus, take quality notes, and you will be justly rewarded for the knowledge. What you're about to learn in the next few minutes will change the way you view your income, your source of income, and the behavior of your income, and lead you to make immediate changes in your personal economic program. Before we examine the first two of 4 transformative economic concepts in video number 4, it is important that we examine the nature of income, where we get it, and how it behaves over most people's productive life. Income is represented by the food we eat, the clothes we wear, the homes we buy, the neighborhoods we live in, the cars we drive, the schools we send our children, and the medical care we need. Income is important to our very existence and determines the quality of our lives. For reasonable people, the quality of living is for the most part in direct proportion to their incomes. High income results in high quality of living. Medium income leads to medium quality of living. Low income leads to low quality of living. Income is vitally important to how we experience and live out our lives. So let's focus our thoughts and have a serious talk about income. So, what is income? We all think we know what income is. For most of us, income is simply the salary we earn in exchange for our time. More generally, income is the harvest of our production or service to society. It is the money we get in exchange for the value of our production or service to others, and the money we use to obtain the valuable products or services of others in our daily lives. Income is also the money or monetary equivalent that's received from the sale of goods or property, or as profit from financial investments. Income can be broken down into 3 categories, as defined by the U.S. Internal Revenue Service, IRS. Active income activity, passive income activity, and portfolio income activity. Let's define each in turn. Active income. This is earned income. It's income derived from salary, wages, fees, commissions, farming, sole proprietorship businesses, etc., where the taxpayer materially participates, that is, spends substantial personal time in the income earning or business operation. Passive income. This is income that's received, usually regularly, by an individual who doesn't materially participate, that is, spend time in the income-producing activity. Therefore, it doesn't require additional effort to receive this category of income. The only allocation of time required is usually upfront to establish the income stream rather than allocating time on an ongoing basis. Types of passive income include rental income from real estate, royalty income from patents and license agreements, and revenue from businesses you own that generate automated income streams. Portfolio income. This is also referred to as investment income. It's income from paper investments such as stocks, bonds, and mutual funds in the form of interest received or dividends or capital gains or losses from their sale. Portfolio income is income that's generated by an activity that is not considered a trade or a business. Now, that was a lot that we just covered. Wealth comes with understanding income. So, if you need to review what you just heard in order to get a grasp of and understand the differences and nuances between the income categories, then I encourage you to do so before continuing with the message. From a wealth building perspective, it is critical that we understand the separation of income into the three separate classes. Income occurs in return for renting or selling an asset that someone sees as valuable. Each of the three incomes come from selling their respective assets. Active income comes from selling active assets. Passive income comes from the ownership of passive assets, and portfolio income comes from the ownership of portfolio assets. The extent of the perceived value is reflected in the amount someone is willing to pay in return for a particular asset. One of the most common assets is people. Yes, you and I are assets as well. Our income is a reflection of what someone else perceives us to be worth. You and I are active assets, and we rent our time to others and receive active income in the form of a paycheck in return. So, what are you worth? Have you really asked yourself that question and actively sought to ensure that you are getting the true value of you? If not, when will be a good time to start? Right now is as good a time as any to get started on your new future. The poor and middle class generate almost all their income from active income in the form of paychecks from their jobs. This can be as an employee or as a self-employed individual running a small business. They trade their time for a wage, and their earnings are limited by the amount of time they alone can produce. Since active income earners receive their income in return for their time, the moment they stop working, they lose their income. Does this sound familiar? Today's challenging economic environment highlight the risk that 100% active income earners and the households that depend on them face on a daily basis. Job uncertainty and the survival of the self-employed business owner. These risks can be minimized with a change in economic perspective, one that we will revisit in coming videos. You have been the beneficiary of a life-transforming message from your economic change agent, Dr. Trevor Anthony Woolery. I look forward to working with you to live life on the other side of success and wealth.